Okay, let's see that number hit. Yup, there we go. 5 seconds. We're real. Is it echo in here? It's kind of weird. Okay, this is a new building, so I've never recorded in here before, so I don't know. Check out the blank walls. Check them out. Check them out. Okay, I should probably be like over here. Okay. Actually, I should probably be big to start. So, today we're talking about just a concept that I find kind of interesting. Like, welcome to the big blank wall, big blank room. There's going to be more stuff in here for sure soon, but nothing in here right now. The concept of today is pretty simple. I think that I find it really interesting. I don't know if anyone else finds it interesting, or at least as interesting as I do, but it's talking about the anatomy of what I think makes a good Instagram post versus a bad Instagram post. And kind of trying to see like why a post is good and why we like certain posts more than other posts. This is going from a perspective of personal accounts, not like business or like marketing or social media or anything like that. This is just why when one of your friends posts, you like it more than the other person's. I'm gonna be like starting off kind of going over mine with my spam account and just like some posts I like, someone that I don't like, and we can just go over some random ones and then see what we like and don't like about them and why. So I don't know. I think that's an interesting concept. I guess it doesn't matter if you find it interesting. You can always click off the video, but it intrigued me. Like, why? These are things that most people have Instagram. So these are like things we see all the time, every day. And so, like, why do we like some and not others? I'm just going to show you to start my most recent Instagram post on the spam account. Got the front page, which is very, very important, right? When you go through someone's account, the front page photo is the first thing you see, obviously. And so in a post, to me, that's a really important start. I think this is a great first post, but whatever. What do I know? This one looks best on phone because when you do the half swipe thing, you can like see the photos in between the photos that you can't really see as well on PC, but that's fine. Some people look on PC, so I guess you have to play both sides. Follow-up photo here with the background Integra. Third photo. Fourth photo, me looking great with the background Miata and Integra on the right. We got Gavin, Luke and Bailey. We got Good Freaking Friday going on here. We got Denny's right here. We got Barbie movie with the cars in the background. We got me, and we got a little mix-up with just people hanging out. So I like this post. It's one of the ones I think that did really well, and I'm going to kind of like say why. I think that there's a clear, like, cool little sections of this post where it's Dakota's birthday party, and there's the consistent themes of having the car in the background while having the focus points on the people. And the coloration goes from really warm in these early photos, and then it goes like to this daytime look, and then it gets darker as the post goes on. So I don't know. I think that that's kind of a cool concept. As you go through it, I think that you can clearly feel the themes. Having these ones at the end doesn't really fit. I just wanted to put the photos in because I like them. But these ones up here are all really like good concept, and I think that's why you like the post. The photos are obviously really good quality. Ryan Chase did these ones, and he's very talented. So I think this post is really good. Let us scroll down maybe just to a random one. All right, this one kind of caught my eye because there's so much red in it. This one has only 10 photos, which I feel like is more of a standard post, especially for spam. So this photo is just okay. A video, kind of cringe. A photo of basically what was happening in the video, just from a different POV. Kane's food photo with Luke getting down. This photo, this photo is really nice. But like, yeah. So with this post, I'd say this is a pretty bad post. I'm not gonna lie. I just like my own post. That's so embarrassing. Just mainly because there's no overall like concept or theme or idea that post is showing. It's just an eclectic group of photos that happen to get posted together. If you had taken out like one or two of these photos, it wouldn't have like changed or ruined the post at all. So there's nothing really like that we did that made this a good post or not. The photos are just kind of there. This one's right next to it, so we can look at this one. I think this is a much better first photo than this one. This one you kind of have to look to like figure out what's going on. There's movement, which is cool, but I don't know. I like the focal point of like rule of thirds here with Chad on the far right here. Second photo, third photo. It kind of tells a story from when we got it to when it got back to the house. This is a really blurry photo, but I still like. I don't know. I kind of like it. There's an action shot there. This is obviously after that. This is a kind of lame photo, but this is clearly after that. This is also clearly the same night. So it's kind of cool that you're having these photos that work together in the same like area. And then this one's kind of random, and this one's just a nice photo. So again, this post is kind of eclectic. Like, it's not something that I feel like is very memorable. I think what makes a memorable post is the themes really working together and there being a clear overarching like concept. Let's go to one of these newer ones. This one, fantastic first photo. If we're just like, again, you shouldn't judge a book only off its cover, but there's a cover for a reason, right? The lighting is immaculate, and it's just an intriguing photo. I don't know, I love it. This is, I like going from a photo of 2 to 1 as long as we don't stay there. Yeah, see, that's kind of cool. Me and then Radley both shooting, and then you're back to a big group, still on basketball, and then down to 2 people again. 2 people, big group, 1 person, Chad, people. So this kind of feels like showing what happened in a weekend specifically. Like when you look at when the photos were taken and kind of the overall vibe, it feels like it all happened in the same weekend or week, which I kind of vibe with. It makes it feel more together for sure, and it makes it feel more like grouped together specifically by this photo. Like, how did we get to that photo, you know? We got some more modern ones. Let's go real old here. Okay, this is... So, when we're talking about cover photos, I think this is my best cover photo of all time. This is one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. Radley turning, starting to run with the Ferris wheel like perfectly lined up behind him. I think it's just gorgeous. Is my camera like super in the way? Not really, but let me move to the right side. Okay. Anyways. Second photo is from the same concert, so I think that works really well. Tyler the Creator right there, Baby Keem right there, Kendrick Lamar right there. Same concert, same Ferris wheel, which is kind of cool. Same concert. Different concert, but actually the day after, which is pretty fun. Same concert, same concert, same concert, same concert. This is a video, but I think it works. Let's rewatch that. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, like, post. I feel like it's kind of cheap to do a post that's... Hold up. I think it's kind of cheap to do a post that's like, oh, it's this one event. Maybe not cheap, because it does make sense. But, like, it's easier for sure. I do like that it... Only, like, criticism I feel like is this should have been at the very end. And this should have been more near the beginning, because I would have given like it a full story. This is one of the coolest photos I've ever taken. I love this photo. I think this is a great post still, and it's an old one, which is cool. I feel like a lot of my old posts probably were not as quality as my new ones might be. All right, here's another old one. We're looking at 2023. First photo, it's pretty. It catches your eye, but it is blurry. Second photo, pretty cool actually. Moving car, Denny's in the background. There's a lot of concept here. Video. Lame video, but it's my dad, so it's cool. Just a lame photo of the Miata. Work photo. This is a funny photo. I like this one. This is kind of a lame photo, lame photo, lame photo, and cool photo. So overall, this post absolutely is garbage, and you just don't feel anything after you looked at it. Like when you swipe through that, you don't think, oh, this, and this. You like, there's no concept that was portrayed there. You kind of just looked through a post and forgot about it instantly. So now, let's look at someone else's account. All right, let's see what. This is my friend Chloe. Let's see what something she posted recently is. Okay, so this post, it has a location for the caption, celebrating the wife to be. Hey, that's my fiance. It has no music, and it's just 4 simple photos. I think this is a very solid post. You get her with a beautiful view, her and the wife to be, the fiance, still with a beautiful view, a nice little fun photo, and then a nice little fun photo. So there's like serious, or fun with girl, fun by self. I think that's a good post. The overall concept of it is very simple and very understandable. There's no like big overarching themes that she's trying to portray, but it's still like obviously very solid. Let's go to my buddy Chad. Okay, he's been actually on so this is another type of account that you see sometimes, which is like the film account where they have a spam. This is kind of similar to what I do. You have a spam that you just post all your stuff on, but then when there's like film photos you're really proud of, you make a main account post. So let's look at these. Something that Chad does with his film is these awesome borders. He does a very simple caption telling you kind of the purpose really quickly. It's Pentax Spotmatic. He's just telling you this is the camera. These are the shots. By the way, I was here for all these. Beautiful, fantastic shot. Instantly tells you where we are. Vietnam. We're on Train Street. It's powerful. There's motion. Instantly catches your eye. Another wonderful shot. Almost as like eye-catching as the train. Again, just showing the culture and where we are. Beautiful coloration. Absurd photo. Cannot believe you took this photo. I'm not gonna lie. This is his best work probably. Just a gorgeous photo. Beautiful natural framing of the door right here. And again, naturally framed by this window. It's very beautiful. It's a great photo. Great photo. Wonderful photo. That's me. Great photo. This post shows you not only that, like, hey, I went on a trip with my friends to another country and it was really cool, but like, it shows you the depth of like emotion that country can portray. And I really, really like a post like that. That's a post that you remember. Yeah. So I think from our studies, something that we've learned is a post can be adequate or just good, but when there's like an overall concept and theme, that's when it like really sticks out. So to close out, we're going to look at my most recent post on my main account. Okay, so I did have a song with this one. I don't know if maybe songs don't work on PC, Instagram. The song for this one was American Pie. This was, and just like that, it all changes again, which I think clearly portrays that this post is the end of something and maybe the start of something new. First photo, joyous and fun, and then we kind of get into it. We got the background party, me hugging Radley, more of that background party, Radley and Chad setting up Rage Cage, background smoking with some of that, we're playing Rage Cage there, hanging out. We got the background still with the cars pick. We got the party in like its full like swing. Party still in full swing with a photo of people in the background. You can clearly see like where we're at still. It's still going on. And this is the last photo to close out that party. And then it moves on to some solo shots, which Chad really killed these. These are also done by Chad Peters. He's probably the best photographer I know, so he murdered this. Background of the car shot with just some beautiful film. All the films working together here. And then you get this like overview car shot, film, and then from that exact location, this blends in. And then you have the bachelor party. overall the theme and concept is so clear that it's like, hey, this is the end of this. There's new stuff coming, but this is an appreciation of where, like, all of what this was. It's not like lame or disappointing. I think you clearly understand the concept. I think it's a post that you're going to remember, which is much better than a post like this, where it's just photos together. There's an overall theme, but, you know, even this, it's like there's a theme, but there's so many photos and videos that aren't needed in here. So, I don't know. I just think that this post is really good. I think this is my best cover photo. But again, the account could always use work. These are professional photos by Brooke. So obviously they're perfect. Oh my gosh, she's so talented. But yeah. So that's what I think. I think when there's an overall theme and concept and you're trying to portray an emotion, that's when you reach your peak for what an account can be. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you found any of this interesting as I do. Doodles.